So I'm Jack. I run Cheaplife, which is a brand, a lifestyle brand, I guess, based around graffiti, skateboarding, BMX, sort of everything, sort of street culture. And where did it come from? It was a photography blog in 2011, and the next thing from putting photos on the Tumblr. It was on Tumblr in 2011, and the next thing was like, I went traveling, and I come back, I was like, I want to do something else. Let's print a t-shirt. So I printed 20 t-shirts, sold them, and here we are now. Ideally, I want to progress into shops. It'd be nice to go, because doing pop-ups like this is like getting to meet your customer base and actually meeting people, and the people who are buying your clothing, people who follow you on Instagram or are interested in what you do, whether that's one or two of the sort of projects that you're running alongside it. And I think being in shops is one of them where you can actually like get to know the people rather than just selling something on the internet. And that's it. You know, there's not really much to it. Everyone sells stuff on the internet. It's such a saturated market. So being able to meet people and being in the shops, ideal situation, I think. Running like a pop-up shop, or whether that's for a day, a weekend, or a night, like, and doing it with people, I think it just does bring the community together. Even though what me and Ollie do is essentially the same thing, but two totally different projects in themselves. Like, mine's skate and graffiti based, and Ollie's is whole based sort of lifestyle brand. Bringing them together, like the two opposite things as well. I think it's good for both of you to grow in that sort of side of things, and also like for us doing a pop-up together, you bring in double the people. So like the people who've come for Oliver, I never call him Oliver, Ollie. People who come for Ollie and maybe not seen my stuff before, and vice versa. So I think that works, like, and that's definitely a pro to doing this sort of thing together. And collaborations, like, I want to do more collaborations with t-shirts with people and, you know, artists. And there's a lot of things in the pipeline that I've just not got around to. I do a lot of painting in my spare time, which is kind of abstract painting and spray can, graffiti, and I do decorating as a side job. Have I got any regrets with Cheaplife? Yes. Not starting it 10 years ago, because I think it's such a hard market to be successful in. Selling t-shirts, like how many brands on Instagram are selling t-shirts? It's like you just go on and everything's somebody selling a t-shirt. It's an ad everywhere, and how can you stand out? And I think it was a lot easier 10 years ago, and it's a lot harder now, so doing a pop-up helps with that as well, because it's more promotion for yourself. Personal regrets, yes. Going to university, it was such a waste of time, waste of money. I've still not paid off the debt. Probably never gonna pay the debt off. But I just think that you're pushed to go to university when you're young, because people think, oh, that's great, you go to uni, but you don't need to go to university to print t-shirts or to use a camera. So, yeah. What would I tell the kids? Don't go to university unless you want to be a doctor. Like, there's so much stuff you can do around, you know, without going and doing a course that basically teaches you nothing. A goal for me would just be like to grow the brand nationally and maybe internationally. Like, I do get orders in America and Canada. I've sent orders as far as New Zealand, but I'd like that to be more regular, you know, like, how cool is that? You made something in Hull, printed it in the studio on Bankside, and then it's worn by somebody on the other side of the world. That's definitely something like I want to push. For the brand is that, and then for myself, to just get out of having to go to work for somebody else. Because I still work And I'm grateful for it. Like I get to go and work 2 or 3 days a week doing decorating or doing painting commissions, which is ace. Like, but I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to go to work and think, oh, I've got to go and earn £150 today and graft your ass off to then be able to do this. I just want to do this every day. You know, like, is that not everybody's dream? To do what they enjoy and do that every day and not have to go to work. I was talking to this about what Hull could do with, in terms of for creative people, and I think like we've got so many creative people in Hull and you don't even know half of them. Like you know, people come in the pop-up this weekend and there's like young kids coming in and they're like, know about your brand and they're 14 years old and they're like, where have you seen this? And they want to get involved with whether it's graffiti or artwork or music, and where would they go? There's nowhere for them to go. So there's no like sort of community-based places. I know like for music there's like the Warren, and I don't really know much else. I know there's a print studio, but it's not even in use. So like there should be a place for people to go where there's like maybe a night once a month where it's not so much a training course, but somewhere people can go, talk about what they want to do, have a go at what they want to do and try and achieve that. But there's nothing. Like when I grew up, it was just like I just had to learn everything myself. And then like I said, going to university wasn't really, I think probably because I stayed in Hull. I should have gone to Brighton or something. But I love Hull. Hull's little, it's a nice place, and yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot more going on now than there was 10, 12 years ago when I was a young child. So. I guess, you know, I don't even think this, but like I've set up a company, I have a business. I guess essentially I have 2 businesses, but this is like the business that I want to do. And you sometimes forget what you've actually done. Like I've done pop-ups where there's been, and held nights and events where there's 200 people there, and you've put these nights on and organised it and all the logistics of it, and you don't even realise you've done it until you've done that, and then you look back and you're like, oh, I've achieved that. But 2 years ago you was like, all I want to do is do this, and then you do it and it's done, and then you just move on to the next thing. That's definitely one of the best things, like building the business, you know. Rather die in debt than misery. And that for me is like, it don't mean you have to have no money, but like you should spend your money on things that you want to do. Like I am quite savvy with the way I do things. I still go on holidays where I want, and I work part-time, manage to go to different places and visit different things, and I buy myself what I want, but I don't spend money on stupid shit like some people. Like £200 on a Friday night, like just spend £20 and then go on holiday with £180. Like it's not hard. So like don't get in debt. That's where I don't want to be next year. And I want I think this time next year I don't want to work. That's it. Like I just want to be out of it and I want to do this. That's where I'd like to be. Stop thinking about what other people think, because no one really cares. Nobody cares at all. And then when you start doing it, like I said, I should have started this 10 years ago when I thought of doing it, and I printed a t-shirt when I was 17 and I just never thought anything of it. But if I'd have done that and just gone ahead with it, rather than thinking, thinking about money, have I got money to do it, or thinking, what will people think? Do they think it's stupid, or do they like the designs and that sort of thing? Like, it holds you back. And I know there's a big thing on like that type of sort of area at the minute on Instagram. People are always like, just go for it. Like nobody cares. Like they actually don't. Like, or they care for 10 minutes. You know, people go on Instagram and they're like, ugh, look what they've done, and then it's like, on to the next one. And like, That's just the way of the world. So just get up, get on with it, and have a go. Like, no matter what that is, if you want to start a company, be a joiner, be a window cleaner, like, just go out and do it. Like, it's not, what's stopping you? Apart from your mum and dad. Like, at the minute, so I've just started actually printing all the t-shirts and stuff myself, so I'm learning that, which is something I learned years and years ago, but I never used that tool that I could actually do. So now I'm doing that, and I'm gonna just try to do like more pop-ups. So like next year I'm gonna try and take less sales online and do less releases online and just make more events, because I just like, you know, serving people and actually being there and interacting with the community, seeing who's coming to your events, who likes you, like, that just means a lot, doesn't it? Make sure to visit cheaplife.uk and get yourself some daily wears.